But I was making my own Kurt Vile CDRs ever since I was a teenager, but I used my name Kurt Vile in 2003. So by the time I started playing with the War on Drugs, I had like, 7 Kurt Vile CDRs.
I wanna change, I wanna stay the same. I wanna go, but I'm running. I wanna love it, I wanna sit around. Oh, damn, found me.
Really see eye to eye. We have a similar style that we developed together, and it just so happened he got like a sort of record deal first, so it made it look like in the press that like I was in the War on Drugs and that was my first band, and then I like left the band to pursue a solo career. But in reality, that was always, I loved playing the War on Drugs. Sometimes I miss it because I'm free, I can just keep playing. But at the same time, my music was always my focus. Well, Matador was like the coolest indie label, without a question, that I could imagine getting on. Not that I could even imagine getting on it, So like if I could, I lucked out, I grew up listening to most of those bands. I feel my music in particular fit on there more than say Sub Pop or Domino or anything. That was the one for me.
Yeah.
Grew up listening to Pavement, Sonic Youth is on there now.
Yeah.
All these great bands, like, if you can think for a second, you might agree that my music, like the style it fits. Out of all like the bigger indie labels, I think I fit most on Matador.
I understand.
And they're right up in New York too, and I'm in Philadelphia. It's like an hour and a half away. It's convenient.
Yeah, I'd say. Talking, regarding both your label and yourself as a composer, please let me know some main difference between the Childish Prodigy and the new record.
The difference is that Childish Prodigy was a record. It was kind of like my shows were coming together in a psychedelic way, a live show, and I wanted to capture like a live rock show on tape. But also in my mind, it was my finally like my best stuff, like that somebody can put out, try to shop it around to labels, and I funded it myself before any label was interested. And then in the process of making that record, I put out my older stuff on like smaller labels, like Constant Hitmaker. So we put that out on Culture, and you know, God Is Saying to You came out, and that was all my older home recordings.
Okay.
So I developed this buzz, like kind of organically myself, and then so anyway, then Matador, through like some buzz from the smaller releases, when I finally did finish Childish Prodigy, they picked it up. I guess, but I guess I'm getting a little sidetracked because the sound. But my point is because nobody was around when I was making that record. So it was more punk. It was like kind of a punk mentality. Still DIY, a step above home recording, a step above lo-fi.
Both.
Right, but not with a producer, not like aiming for like it was just me being myself. And the new one, the new album that's me being myself too, but it's much more professional.
Yeah.
So that's the main thing, you know. Matador, I knew where the record was going. Matador was involved in encouraging me and, you know, help me find a producer.
Deeper.
Yeah. Bandmates, they've definitely added parts, you know, like Adam as lead guitar in Runner-Ups, lead guitar in Smoke Ring for My Halo. Those examples are like you know, things that I didn't do, so they added their touch. And Mike Zhang, obviously I didn't play any of the drums, but so it's his style. But yeah, the songs were basically all written. They didn't even really know them. I knew the song. Yeah, it was my vision, but you know I couldn't have done it without them. Their personality is definitely on the record.
Yeah, and all right. And where do you record it?
Where? I recorded it in a lot of studios.
All right.
Magic Shop in New York, Water Music in Hoboken, Headgear in Brooklyn, Minor Street. Philadelphia, Jay Mascis's house at Amherst.
How long did it take?
It took, I started in March, and I think we finished whatever, some song. You know, it was on and off, but the last recording was in the summer, this past summer.
So that's, I mean, a few months, the whole, yeah, right.
But yeah, all same producer, so that's kind of how it,
okay.
So cohesive. It wasn't different producers or anything. What did he say? What?
Yes.
Heartland rock.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. It's I think it's like an American thing, and I think that is, you know, it's like I'm influenced by those types of artists. It's not only that, but I can hear what you're saying. I don't mind.
All right.
I take it as a compliment. It's not. There's no like real country twang, but there's more like. I mean, I have roots just from growing up. My dad being into like bluegrass and old time music, and I'm a fan of like the early music, blues, Delta blues, gospel, folk. So they're all in there, but there's never like there's never a country twang. There can be like a folk kind of blues thing, but no country.
It's not like any scene in Philly about country.
There probably is some kind of country scene but I'm not involved.
I have no idea. Okay. Yeah, lyric wise, do you write it like every day or or it's more like a random little?
I wrote a lot and I still write, but I'm a little busier now.
Sure.
So I take it slow, I just realized the other day when somebody asked me about my lyrics, they're like, do you care about your lyrics or do you just throw stuff out there? And I definitely care about my lyrics. So I think that I'm always fine-tuning the lyrics. So lately, you know, I've been writing a few different songs very slowly because I'm always running around lately. So I'll like figure out one line when I'm spacing out, you know.
Yeah.
And then make sure I write it down because I forget. I used to have more time, but you know, I guess
of course.
that's how I got here.
When do you think is a good moment to write lyrics now?
I mean, I'm just realizing that I have to do them like right away. I might forget. I don't always forget though. So they float around, but there's never it just happens when it happens. You can't just sit down and like, you know, summon the ghosts or whatever.
I think you're going this weekend to UK to play at the ATP, I think. How do you feel about it?
Very excited. I'm a big fan of Animal Collective. Noah Lennox, Panda Bear, who was Panda Bear. He invited. I think I got invited through him. Not that the other guys.
All right.
I'm super stoked. Basically, it's a dream. They're a huge influence early on. The Animal Collective. I'll go see all their shows. Total honor.
Cool. Well, at last, but maybe not least, if you could be so kind to tell me the recipe if I could feel a steak.
The rest of my what?
The recipe, recipe, how to do a good Philly steak.
Philly stick?
Yeah.
Steak.
Sorry, so Philly steak.
Steak.
Sorry, Philly steak is my
what's the recipe? I don't know. I don't make them myself. The recipe for me is to go to when I eat them is to go to the right place, like Pat Steaks.
Which are the ingredients?
I have no idea.
You have no idea.
I don't cook steaks.
Right, thanks a lot. Yeah.